Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? Welcome to the 1K special. Hopefully everyone has a good time. Hopefully this does well. Hopefully this is a good up and coming thing for my channel. But just one more time before we get started, thank you guys so much for everyone who has subscribed and everyone who will subscribe in the future. Still a long way to go, but it's a great start. Couldn't be happier. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the video. So I figured this first one would be a good one to start the video off with, and it's coming in from Nick. This one came in from Instagram, which, quick plug, follow me there, and Twitter, and you guys can submit questions all the time, and I'll try my best to answer them. But he wants to know, how did I start YouTube? Well, it's kind of a long story, but I'll try to make it as short as possible. My brother and his friends at the time were really young. If you watch some of my older videos when I did it with him, you can see how young he was. But
Your boy Drew 101 Ozzy 97, along with my partner in crime, my homie, my brother
Duker.
they did Call of Duty videos a lot, and I was like, you know what? I don't play Call of Duty that much. I'm not very good at it. But I'll do some videos and stuff like that. So I played a lot of GTA even back then. And I just really put a lot of like scrappy videos together. I did pretty much GTA and 2K even back then. Just playing those games, getting a little bit. It wasn't even like I recorded the game. I just did like when you can record stuff off your Xbox and upload it. That's pretty much all I did. They were pretty bad videos, but I just started doing that, just talking about random stuff. I mean, it was really bad. I didn't really have a game plan. I just felt like, oh, you know, I haven't uploaded in a while. I should just upload. But to expand on that, I just did those random clips, and I did one when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors, and I just played him against the Pistons since I'm from Detroit. But it was one of the best videos that I did at the time, and it wasn't even that good. I only got like 40 views or something like that. So after that, I stopped doing YouTube for a while because I didn't like it. You know, it just wasn't my thing. And I found this guy named Tyrone Magnus, and if you haven't checked him out, he does a lot of nerdy content like Star Wars and superhero stuff like that. So if you're not into that, don't check him out. But he's a really funny guy, and he did these videos about how to start YouTube channels. And it kind of really inspired me to get back into it. And before I just started talking about stuff that I knew. I stopped doing the gaming stuff and did stuff like this, where it was actually a face thing. And just talked about like the Pistons and the Lions, the local stuff that I knew what I was talking about. And then come to find out there's a whole community doing that, which I thought was awesome. So I mean, it's really cool how it all kind of started, because I mean it was up and down, and it's really on the up right now. So it's a good time to do YouTube. I'm having fun doing it, and it's been a heck of a ride so far. Hopefully it keeps going. All right, next one's coming in from Kane, and he wants to know who I got winning at. I'm gonna guess Crown Jewel. It looks like a typo. I'm guessing spell check came in there. Brothers of Destruction or DX rocking the new merch. And unfortunately, dude, I didn't record. I seen that you commented this, and I was gonna do a little video about who I was gonna pick, but it happened Friday at like noon or whatever it was, so I didn't get to do a little prediction on that. But I would have guessed DX anyway, just because, you know, Undertaker and always wins. So the match was terrible to begin with. They were so slow and old, and it just wasn't good. I mean, Shawn Michaels knocked Kane's mask off, and it didn't look good. So, but man, I used to watch wrestling all the time back in the day, which is why I have a whole lot of the old Attitude Era stuff, clips and stuff. So I mean, I wish it was good, man. I wish it was, but it's just not good anymore. And then Scar Tissue wants to know who's my favorite non-sports Detroit team. I worded that weird, but you get the idea. I'll probably do it per sport. Probably in basketball, it would be the Dallas Mavericks. I'm a huge Dirk fan. He's kind of how I play. A big guy who shoots threes a lot and plays the post fader. So I mean, I kind of learned a lot from him watching Football, it'd probably be Tampa Bay. I was born in Tampa, or just outside of Tampa, but we grew up watching Tampa, and so I kind of like rooting for them. When I'm not rooting for Detroit, even though both are kind of iffy right now. So hockey, I mean, it's kind of Detroit Red Wings or nobody. But I'd probably say the New Jersey Devils. I just remember as a little kid playing the NHL games, rocking them a lot on the GameCube. Baseball. I'd probably say the Tampa Bay Rays, just for the same reason as Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, but I really don't like going outside Detroit too much. I'm more like when Detroit's not doing good, more of a player kind of guy. So that's the reason I like Dallas, the Mavericks, so much, is because even when the Pistons were good, you know, they still had Dirk, and Dirk was still doing good. But I just liked the year. I believe it was the 2010 or 11 season when he handedly beat the Miami Heat in the finals, which I mean was just awesome. So yeah, but I mean really, man, I really like the Detroit teams. I got them all tatted on my arm, so I mean I'm kind of do or die with them. So ain't really too much bandwagon happening, but I know everyone's usually got the 2 or 3 teams they always root for. So I mean, well, first of all, thank you Detroit Pistons for thanking me on the 1,000K mark. It means a lot. I'm glad you guys are here. But to your question, who will be the next team to win a championship in Detroit? It would be whoever's playing at the Super Bowl when it's hosted in Ford Field again. Ha, just gotcha. No, but seriously though, the Pistons and the Lions are on the right track. The Tigers and the Wings got some serious rebuilding to do. And I think both those teams are farther off than the Pistons and the Lions right now. So, just process of elimination, I'm crossing those two people off. And really, the Pistons have a good chance, since the East is so weak, to really make a move and compete. Because really, only team that I see that they're going to have a hard time with and not stay competitive. I mean, they can compete with any team in the league. I mean, you always can. But, I mean, Boston's really the front runner right now. And, you know, the whole Philly thing and Drummond, I mean, so. But for the Lions, I feel they're a defensive line away from really taking off. Also an offensive coordinator. But once those two things click, man, they could be one of the best teams in the NFL for a minute. So, I'm just going on a limb here, and I'm saying the Lions. So, call me crazy, call me stupid. But it's just time for the Lions to get one, man. It's been so long. So, I'm rocking with the Lions, so there's my answer. All Things Sports wants to know if the Pistons will have home court advantage in the playoffs. That's a tough one, man. It really is. Right now, they're 4-4. They started off 4-0 and lost 4 games in a row. But you have to realize it's kind of early in the season. It really takes about 20 games or so to get your team chemistry down. And if you look at some of the teams that are struggling right now, the Lakers are struggling. The Wizards are really struggling. OKC's been struggling. So I'm not too worried about the 4-4 record. You played some good teams. You played some bad teams. This is the way it works. But they have a really good shot of getting a home court advantage just because they're underdogs. They just need to get some shooters. I expect some trades to be happening in the near future. I will be active during the trade deadline. Most definitely. We'll get somebody here. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, they'll have home court advantage. Which all they have to do, I'm guessing you just mean the first round. So, they could be easily a 4 seed. There's just, Boston's ahead of them. Philly will probably be ahead of them. And then Milwaukee, they look really good. They'll probably be ahead of them. So, but outside of those 3 teams, the East is pretty much wide open for the taking. So, I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, they'll get the 4 seed. LeBron James wants to know who will play better, Detroit Pistons or the Lions? I think you should be more worried about your Lakers right now than Detroit teams, but the Pistons will have a better season than the Lions will. Again, just bouncing off the last question, man, they'll be a high seed in the East and be really competitive. So, but next season that might be a whole different story. So, as of right now, the Pistons will have a better season than the Lions. Smash Boogie just congratulating me on 1G. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Keep coming back. Phoenix Productions. When I hit 1 million, remember this video. When I hit 1 million, I will remember you and give you a shout out at 1 million. So keep that in mind. Lastly, it's coming from my brother, and I forgot to do this when I was uploading it, and I don't want him to kill me. So we're doing it right now, because he's probably already mad from the earlier clip that I put in the video showing him saying Duker. But he wants to know who I got winning the NBA championship in the Super Bowl. And I'm going to start in the Super Bowl. I got the Rams winning the NFC. And then for the AFC, I got New England. And I really, really want to put the Chiefs in there. I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan. I'm hopping on the bandwagon there. But until they can beat New England and show me what they can actually do in the playoffs, because the last few years they've been knocked out of the playoffs early, I'm not going to be able to pick them. So I got the Rams and New England playing, and I got the Rams winning the Super Bowl. They're pretty much the Golden State Rams or the Los Angeles Warriors, however you want to word it. They're good. For the NBA, the Warriors easily going there again. But we got to see what DeMarcus Cousins can do when he gets there. That Achilles injury is serious, really serious. But they don't need him. So for the East, I got Boston winning. And they should take Golden State to 6, if not 7 games, but Golden State's still going to win. So that's what the NBA is at right now. So thank you guys so much for contributing and making this video possible. Just from subscribing and commenting means the world to me. Never thought this would even get this far. So we're heading in the right direction. Still a long way to go. But, I mean, just hopefully you guys know this is awesome for me. Hopefully you guys enjoy the videos that are still coming. They're getting better. And I hope, I don't know, man. This is awesome. What about you, Harley? Do you got anything to say to him? Alrighty. Good job, Harley. So, check the description out. Follow me on social media if you're not already. And hopefully we can do more videos like this in the future. So, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys in the next one.